Good morning, everybody. It's July 20th, and welcome to another edition of Coffee Break with Leverty Insurance Strategies. Glad you tuned in today. Couple things that I'm thinking about is that I might go to an every other week setup, and you can let me know. Email me, john@levertyinsurancestrategies.com. Let me know what you think about that. Or sometimes I might do some pre-recorded videos. Thinking of having some special guests. We've got a friend of my sister's who's a Alzheimer's late stage in life coach, and I was just thinking it might be neat to have her in on some of these videos too. Want to again remind you, and don't forget this is Coffee Break, so make sure you do have your coffee with you. And if you do submit a question, I'm going to send you out a coffee mug. These things are really good. I mean, shoot, I was out in the garage, and an hour later, the coffee was still piping hot. So if you have a question, the first person to submit a question to Leverty Insurance Strategies gets one of these, and I will hand deliver it somewhere in the Twin Cities or reasonable distance. But do submit those questions. So, kind of topic for today is I was looking through the paper, and this is the Star Tribune, so I want to give them credit. They're talking about health plans that come up short, and this is talking about a short-term policies that have been around for a long time. We used to sell them back in the early 2000s when I worked at another agency over in Excelsior. They're just a Band-Aid. They're not a cure. They don't cover anything that's pre-existing, so that can be a little nefarious when you're trying to, if you have something, and some recent editions do have some health questions on there, but anything that's pre-existing is not covered under one of those policies. So if you maybe had something that began when you were a small child, that could not be covered on a short-term policy. So keep that in mind. I think the basic premise is that it's going to be for something catastrophic and something completely new. And I would assume that they all have limited networks, as most individual policies under age 65 do have very small networks. So you always want to be careful to make sure that you are watching for providers. Second article that was in there was talking about long-term care, and long-term care is a valuable item to have, especially if you are using it. For most people and most policies, if you have if you are on claim, as it is, you are not paying premiums. And my parents had a policy that had a survivorship option, and this was bought 20 years ago. It's survivorship option. If one passed away and they weren't on claim yet, the other one got a free ride the rest of the way. And so, just some things to look for. But yeah, so business section, Star Tribune. There's a couple of interesting articles on short-term plans and long-term care policy. I kind of paused there for a minute because somebody tried to get in the front door just to walk in. I do have it locked, so if you do visit the office, knock on the door and let me know that you're here. And if I'm not live streaming on YouTube, I can sure let you in the door. We do ask that you always wear a face mask, always sanitize your hands, and I think that's just we're doing that. We want to make sure that we keep Minnesota healthy and open. Last thing I want is to have everything clamped down shut again. So, got a daughter flying in from Belgium in 2 days, so we're probably going to have her quarantined for a little while, make sure that she didn't bring anything home with her. She's a pretty concerned young lady, as is the rest of us in the house, so we want to make sure that we are safe. So it's July 20th. Kind of looking forward. If you are thinking about going on Medicare, if you're in a on an employer plan, you're thinking about retiring, give yourself about 30 days to apply for a Medicare supplement, apply for Medicare and then a Medicare supplement. So about 30 days out. We have been able to do some things kind of spur of the moment. Had a couple that, unfortunately, we applied at the end of April, and it wasn't until about the first week of June that Medicare said we need some additional information, and so that was a whole month without Medicare. We had applied for their Medicare supplement, which I am happy to note after last week, which is the middle of July, getting it finally figured out with Medicare, we were able to go back and get the policy reinstated with the Medicare supplement carrier here in the city. So, looking farther ahead, we've got the open enrollment for Medicare people. If you have a drug plan or a medical plan with drugs built in, that open enrollment starts October 15th, and we can start talking about it on October 1st. And I alluded to this back in a previous video, talking about the training that I go through and every other Medicare agent goes through to make sure that we're certified, that we know the product, we know Medicare, that we can accurately and professionally counsel you on what are the best plans to work out for you. So that's coming up. November 1st will be the open enrollment for anybody under age 65. So if you live in Minnesota, you're eligible and can fog a mirror, you can sign up for an insurance policy anywhere from October 15th through December 15th, depending on your age, of course. That'll determine which one you have. Lastly, we're going to start doing some more providing services for employers in the way of COBRA administration and enrollment administration, and both adding and deleting of employees. So lots of stuff to watch for. Again, we're going to probably do some pre-recorded videos. Haven't decided yet, but may switch to an every other week. I think I've had one or two viewers. I've got 2 subscribers. So thank you. Tell your friends. I know this has got to be the most entertaining subject in the history of the planet. Health insurance. So tell your friends. Have them tune in also. And I will try to make sure that it's regular and that we do tell you when it's happening. So, taking a look out, it's a beautiful Monday morning. It's not too hot. Looks like we should have a chance of showers tomorrow. But I hope you're all doing great. You're happy, healthy, and you and your family are also doing great and are happy and healthy. So, stay tuned. God bless, and anytime you got any questions, John at LevertyInsuranceStrategies.com or 952-234-4580. Wishing you all the very best. Take care. Bye.